What's the deal, my people? You know, this is Don Tony Teflon. I'm back at you with another from season 2. This is episode 3 video prediction video. We're going to go over what we think are going to happen in this video. What am I so close up on the screen for? Back me up, baby. There we go. That's much better. We're going to go over what we think is going to happen on this stream and everything. I just got to do one thing real quick. Let me just take care of this, and I'll be able to roll and stuff, and all that good stuff. Let's see this right here, and this here, and alrighty, and that goes to that, and that gets saved. All right, that's what I'm sorry. I gotta monetize the video. We gotta make sure we getting paid up in this piece, right? Or are they worth it? Well, it's worth it. Just to hang out with y'all. Let's say what's up to some of the people in the chat. I have no idea if Phil's gonna make it or not. I can't say if he's gonna. Let's say what up to everybody here. Luna, what up? Cascade, what's going on? Peter Griffin, what's going on? Sonic your boy, what's going on? Lady Stoneheart, let's going on. Sonic, I already gave you a goddamn shot. Falco Joseph, what's going on? Glad to see you. All right, so since I'm here by myself, most likely, and everything else, this is what I'm going to do for you. If anybody wants to join me tonight and talk to me about some predictions for season 3, and you have a decent internet connection, right? You can't be cutting out and everything else, so I'm about to kick you off. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. Let me know. Hit me up. You know what? Hit me up. Hit me up privately. And maybe I'll send you the link, and we'll see what we can do about that and everything else. All right. I could have just put the link in the chat and then have people come on and jump off, come on, say a point, and then jump off and everything else like that. I don't know what LMR is at. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I got dial up. Totally, that's not gonna work. Yeah. Dial up's it's not gonna happen. Again, if you want to super chat a brother, please send the super chat to my Cash App. It's on the bottom of the screen. And the reason, and it's $ Tony Teflon 545. The reason is because YouTube takes 45% of all donations that go on here. So if you want me to get all the money, the only way I get all the money is if you send it to my Cash App. And if you ask a question, you can ask a question during the Cash App too, and I'll be able to read it too and stuff like that. So it alerts me if I get a donation on the Cash App, so you don't have to worry about anything else. LMR is in the chat. If she wants to join, she can join if she can, but maybe she can't. You know what I mean? Steph Snow says, great interview last night. You know, it was a good time. Let me tell you, that was one of the best interviews that we've done with the cast members, I think. Me and Phil. And the whole thing is like, it's like this. The dude, like him, me, Phil, like, we like boys, you know what I mean? Like, that's my motherfucker right there. Like, I felt like I knew him for a long time, you know, Scott. Like, I felt like it was just natural, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way it was, you know, and that's the way it is sometimes with certain people, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That cat is like my dude. Like, when I'm going around, if I ever hit up Brooklyn, I'm gonna hit him up and say, "Son, you out here? You want to go grab something to eat? You want to get something to drink?" I'm gonna ask him, you know what I mean? Thing like that and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do. SR, thank you so much. He says, love your channel, Tony. You're killing it. I want nothing but success for you. I wish the same. I wish the same. I had a dream. I'm gonna tell you, because sometimes when you speak dreams, they come to fruition. Is that what they say? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Is that what it says? Like when you talk about certain things that come into fruition, is that what, or you just can't talk about it? I'm not sure, and everything else. But I think as you talk about it, yeah, chemistry was totally like, yeah, he could join the show. Like, he could have been a part. Like, me, Phil, and him could do a podcast. Same thing with Liz. Like, Liz is the same. I'm from Queens, Kay. I'm from Queens, New York. Blood gushing, flushing right outside there in Kew Gardens, Queens, and everything else right out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, so you know, it's the chemistry works really good with him and everything else like that. Yeah, so, yeah, you speak things into existence. So I had a dream today, and I swear to God, thank you, Shorty Mom, for saying that I was delivering a pitch to the executives at MGM to do a show, after show for them. and I was there, and Phil was with me, and we were in Canada, and we were doing the pitch, and it worked out, and they loved us, and they gave us an after show there, and it was just amazing. I have so many ideas to do an after show with them. If I had that budget, believe you me, like right now, we off the cuff. I'm just making stuff up as I go along. I don't part jot down no questions and nothing like that. I do. You give me a staff and some cue cards and let me do me, man. Listen, I'll tear that up. I would make the greatest after show. Talking Dead. No one would even think about that because that's just a simple concept. I have a whole huge production of a show. You know what I mean? But I had a dream that it happened. So maybe that's what's gonna happen. We'll see, and everything else. Again, if Elamar wants to come on, she can come on. She knows that. She just gotta hit me up and just ask and say, yo, send me the link and everything else, and we get it done and everything like that. Chang G, what's going on? And thank you so much, Elamar. I really appreciate it. I try to do it. I try to do the best that I can. You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes. I really love this damn show. I love it too. Let me move over a little bit so you can see Shorty. I see her sleeping on me. Got her head right next to me, girl. You got your head right up on me, leaning on my shoulder. Shit, that's just the way it is. All right, next episode drops on the app at 12:01 tonight. But if you don't have the app and you're watching on TV, it'll be at 9 o'clock. Again, we'll have the From After show. It's at 10:15. As soon as it's over, we'll be doing that and everything else. Again, I'm back talking to I'm still working on trying to get Shorty on tomorrow night. We're gonna have her this week on the Jasmine Monster. We're gonna try to get her on again. We're gonna try to work it out. Tomorrow I'm gonna work with her and see if we can get this thing worked out so she can come on tomorrow and everything else. After that, we have confirmed. I have the actress who plays Julie is confirmed, and I have the nurse actress, which is Hannah, is her name, and the nurse is going to be on. That's confirmed. And I've been talking to Kenny's mom on a little low, and you know what I mean, a little bit. And I think she's gonna get her on here too. Got offers to interview and Eldon. He's coming on. No doubt about that. That's a done deal. That's my boy right there. That's a done deal. And maybe Tabitha. Maybe we'll see. We're working on Tabitha. We're gonna see. You know what I mean? We're gonna see if we can get Tabitha on here and stuff like that. But we're gonna have guests on and everything else like that. I just, again, I'm offered people to interview constantly by them, and MGM's been great to me, and I love them for that, reaching out to me. But again, they got to come on the stream on our show, and rock with us the way we rock. You know what I mean? I just don't want to just do no interview and then put it up. That just doesn't work for me. If they can't, they got to rock with all of us in the chat and everybody else. They got to be able to take the calls and all that good stuff. That's just the way we do it and everything else. That's how we rock it. All right. Let's see if we could pull up a synopsis for episode 3 real quick. And then we can start talking about it. Would it be on IMBD? Who probably would have it. This would be it. All right, let's start closing some of these things out on the screen so I can find it easier. All right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of that too. Back to the where am I? Oh, back here. All right, I should probably have this stuff ready to go and everything else. Share screen. Wow, that would be it. All right, all right, all right, all right. We have it. Let's show it on the screen real quick. All right, so this is what it says on there. It says Tether. Episode 3. Kenny and Ellis make a grisly discovery out in the forest. Boyd struggles with the reality of what's happening to him. So 2 things that we could take from this is obviously whatever Kenny and Ellis is going to see. Let's go through it real quick. Tether. Tether. Make sure we get this. exact meaning so we can know exactly what they're trying to say. All right, let's pull this up real quick because we're gonna do it. We gotta do it right, right? Let's see. We gotta have it. All right, all right. So that we know. All right. So when we deal with tether itself, the episode title, and it's very important. It says tether can be a noun or a verb. As a noun, it means rope, chain, or line that ties or attaches something, especially an animal, to a fixed or moving point and limits its movement of range. As a verb, it means to fasten someone or something, especially an animal, to a post or other fixed place with a rope or chain. That's huge information. Mika, thank you so much for the super chat donation. I appreciate it. Again, if you can send any donations, please try to send them to my Cash App. It's down there, right there. If you can't send them any way you can send them, I'll take them. You know what I mean? But if you can, if you have the Cash App or something, please send it to the Cash App $ Tony Teflon 545. Because out of that $2 right there, they take 45%. I would probably get $1.10 instead of the whole thing around there, whatever it is. All right, so let's go through this right here. Let's try to understand what it's saying. So it says that Kenny and Ellis make a grisly discovery in the forest. And then we have the word tether. So this has to be dealing with this situation right here. All right. So without a shadow of a doubt, it's dealing with this, right? So it says, especially an animal. Now, it doesn't have to be an animal. Steph Snow gives a prediction. She says, I think all the dogs will be murdered, brutally sad, and that's what they'll find in the woods. I can't see it being that because we haven't seen that many dogs. It has to be grizzly. And I don't think that grizzly would mean them. It can't mean them because the dogs, it has to be something that they haven't seen before, right? This is grizzly to Kenny and Ellis. These people have already seen bodies mutilated, organs ripped out, everything else. They've seen all that. So it has to be something gruesome, more gruesome than I think some dogs. Luna says they will find or trap a monster. It says that they find it. It says they make a grisly discovery. Make a grisly discovery, which means that it's unintentional, right? So that's a great get if they were able to trap a monster to a rope, but it says make a. So when you hear the word make, to me that means it's unexpected. They did not expect to see this at all. So it's got to be someone tied up to something. It's as a verb, it means to fasten someone or something, especially an animal, to a post or other fixed place with a rope or chain. Rope or chain. Or line that attaches something, especially an animal. No, it usually, if you look at it, so Emily says, I'm pretty sure it's not real. No, so usually if you go back and you look at all the episode titles, they are exactly what happens in that. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's metaphorical. I think it's actually this is what's going to happen to somebody. Evelyn Martin says, could a body be attached to a tree? To a tree. Why would it be a tree? I mean, it could be. Why wouldn't that be? I mean, you could have that. I mean, it's in the woods. That's where they find it. So yeah, it could be a tree. It could be a tree. Someone could be attached to a tree. It could. Someone says it's going to be Sarah tethered to a tree. It could. It can't be Sarah because it's Grizzly. Sarah's not dead. She's not going to die right now. You know what I mean? She's not going to die. So it's not Sarah. If I got to pick who this is going to be, it's going to be that guy. Who was that guy who opened the door for? Remember the monsters came to that one spot, right? And when they did come to the spot, they knocked on the door, but they didn't show him open the door. But you know that they showed him open the door, but they didn't show anything go on after that. And it was that guy and the girl. And that girl, look at her. She's over here walking up in somebody's crib, drinking alcohol and on a cup on the table. It wasn't like that cup was put away. That shit was on the table. You know what I mean? And everything else. So the fact that they didn't show what happened to them makes me think that something happened, but they didn't want to show it that episode. So it could be them. Maybe they're tied together. Maybe, maybe they, the monsters, but the monsters do something like that. If the monsters did something like that and wrote these two together somehow on a tree, like tied them up to a tree and then killed them or something like that, they tied them up with a chain on a tree and then killed them and left the bodies on the tree, that would mean something different about these monsters then. That would definitely prove that these monsters are not zombies, that they're thinking and they're doing it. You know what I mean? So I don't, that's what I would think. I'm going to go with they're going to tie them both up to a tree or something. It says right there, a rope, chain, or line that attaches something, especially an animal, to a fixed or moving point and limits its range of motion. As a verb, it means fasten someone or something, especially an animal, to a post, to a fixed place. Yeah, so it's in the woods, so it's going to be a tree. We got that. I think it's going to be those two because they didn't show that those two died. But you need to, they went away from it. The other guy, when he shook the hand of the monster, the black dude, you heard him scream and shit. The people inside of the bus, the old people in the bus, when they got killed, they showed the bodies, the remains afterwards, and you heard them scream. When Tom got killed, right? They showed Tom screamed and they showed the remains. This one couple, when the door opened, is the only time in the show's history that I've seen them not show the kill when the monsters killed them. And for that reason, it makes me think that this has got to happen to them. It has to be them. There's no other way around it. It has to be that because they would have showed it. They haven't showed it every other time, but for this reason, it didn't. So it's a grisly discovery and outside. So I would say that they're probably tied these bastards to a tree or something. Or they cut their body parts up somehow and made like a symbol. Maybe they cut their body parts up and made the symbol that Jay keeps seeing out of their body parts. What if they did that? That's a little crazy. That is a little crazy, man. The couple from the bar. That's who I'm talking about. The ones that they didn't show die. You know what I mean? Yeah, I am thinking some damn White Walker stuff. Because it has to be grisly. It has to be something that they didn't expect to see. And both of them see it. You know what I mean? So it could be some Game of Thrones shit like that. But it says how would they tether that to a spot though if they cut their body parts up like that? But that would be grisly to me. That would be something unexpected that they would never have seen before if they did something like that. And He said Evelyn is saying why, but why draw the symbol in the middle of the floor? I have no idea. I can't give you an answer. All I can try to give you is something that is grisly enough for them to use to do it. And that's it. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to think of stuff. Yep, Lady A said, remember the slaughtered. Let's get that up there. She says, I remembered the slaughtered soldiers hanging in the tree. It could be that. What if they're hanging? If that couple is hanging upside down by their feet in the tree, just like Jade seen? It's something with them, and it's something with them being tied up, and it's got to do in the forest. So we'll say it's to a tree. That's what I'm thinking. It's got to be them, 100%. You know what I mean? It's got to be them, and it's got to be them because they didn't show them die. They show everybody else, but they didn't show them. So I think that's what it could be. Mika says, I think they find all the old cards filled with dead bodies. You know, this is some mafia shit you're talking about here, Mika. That's some very, and you know, the Don Tony Teflon knows all about the mafia. You know what I mean? I'm all about that lifestyle. But you know, it says it has to be something fixed to a point, is what it says. It says tethering is now a rope or chain or line that attaches something to an animal. So for that is it has to be something with a chain, a rope, or something that's causing people not to limit its movement and keep them connected somehow. You know what I mean? So I would think it would be more. Not just can't find the bodies of people in the cars stuffed in there like the mafia hit them. I don't. I don't know if they do that. I don't know if they pull that out. Make every time we see you got a new picture up in there. Keep them coming. We like to look at them. Yeah. Mika says, remember when Jade had the vision of the dead people hanging in the tree? I think that does mean something. You know what I mean? Without a shadow of doubt. We got a super chat here again from Falco Joseph. Thank you. He says, Smiley playing around in the bus is no coincidence. No, it's not. It's not at all. You know what I mean? It's not a coincidence at all. It's definitely means something. Like, and listen, I asked him. I caught it. You can go check the interview I did with him. And I asked him specifically when he came on the channel. I said, I noticed something about your character, that he is very touchy feely and he likes to touch stuff, because I seen him sliding his hand on the banister, and I haven't seen any other creature do that. Did they ask you to do that, or was that something that you did on your own and he didn't answer that question? And now we know why he didn't answer that question, because he would have gave away exactly what he said. So I was right. He is touchy-feely, and the directors in them told him specifically to do that. So I don't know if it has anything to do specifically with him being a bus driver, because he did it to the banister. He was rubbing the banister down then too. You know what I mean? But something else, but something. But there is a reason why he does it. I don't know why. Yeah, it is available. So it is available to watch on the app at midnight, 12:01 exactly. It'll be there. 12:01. Did we see something like a tethering in Victor's drawing? Not that I seen. You know, I was gonna ask him this. And last night when we interviewed him, I was going to ask him, is Victor's drawing of what he's seen, or is he imagining this stuff? And I didn't get a chance to ask him that. You know what I mean? So I should have asked him that question. Maybe he'll come in the chat or something like that, and we'll be able to ask him a question. Got over 180 people watching with us live. Thank you so much for joining the Don Tony Teflon. Just me by myself. Again, would anybody like to come on and ask a question? You want to come on and ask a question live? You can come on and ask me a question live, because I don't have Phil to take the phone call. So if you want to come on and ask a question, no, I don't know if I can trust you, motherfuckers. Yeah. I don't know if I can trust you, because listen, some people be leaving some crazy shit in these things. You know what I mean? Like if I played you the calls that be coming in, you would laugh. It make me laugh, you know what I mean? Because these people are crazy. Say some stupid shit, you know what I mean, and everything else. But I don't know if I can trust you like that, man. Definitely hit that thumbs up for your boy. You know what I mean, and everything else. Hit the thumbs up for your boy. It's not hard to do, man. It's free. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Yeah, the Civil War soldiers. The whole thing about that, though, the Civil War soldiers and everything else. That's connected to Jade. It would the fact that you would think that if something like that does happen with the Civil War soldiers, it would be Jade would be the one to find it because it's connected to him. He's the one who's seen it, or he would have to come across it. The fact that we have Kenny and we have Ellis and they're coming across it does give me pause for that. But there's no doubt, and I and take it to the goddamn bank. I'll make a bet with anyone right now who wants to bet me, whatever you want to bet. It's got to do with that couple. That's why they didn't show the kill, and they're going to be tied up. Now, it could be both of them. It could be one of them. Who knows? But it's going to be do with that company. Someone is going to be tied up to some type of tree, whether it's by their feet, hung by their ankles, or something like that in the woods. Or the body parts are going to be maybe they. I'm thinking Lovecraft Country. I know Lovecraft Country. The guy was taking different body parts from people and putting it on his body. If you ever seen Lovecraft Country, that's what the guy was doing. He was taking the skin and the arms from different people and putting it in there and everything else. So Ty, there's no need for you to use capital letters on everything here. I can see your stuff without you doing that, but I'll highlight it because that's what you wanted me to do. So I'll do that for you. It cannot be metaphorically. I'm saying, could it be? Of course it could be, but I doubt it. If you look at the titles in IMDb, usually all their titles are exactly what happens. There's no metaphorical use. Now, it would be a switch for them to do that. They could do that. But from what we have so far, it would be hard for me to see them doing that. So I have to go by what they've shown me already. It would be off the cuff for them to do that. Not saying that they can't, but wouldn't be in their nature for what they showed us already. So I'm just going by what they've already shown us. Could they surprise us and do that? 100%. And you could be right there. All right. No doubt about it. But from what they show me, that's not what they've done. Yeah, John Haymaker say, yeah, Frankenstein. Yeah, it could be some Frankenstein situation. You know what I mean? Where they, if they tied their bodies up and put it in there and made them look like the symbol and shit, then that would be crazy. And then Jay comes across and goes, that's a symbol I'm seeing. T-ville, it says, I think they're going to find the couple in the woods. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I've been saying, T. That's what I've been saying. You agree with me, then. That's what you're saying. You say I agree with Tony Teflon. That's exactly what I've said. You know what I mean? This question here says, who and why chalk the dates in the vision? I gave all these dates already. I've done all this stuff in my video, so I can't go through all of them with you right now. But if you go and you look at my video, I forgot exactly the title of it. It may be, probably has to have Tabitha or Jade on it. It has Jade on it, I do believe. I did 3 videos with Jade. One about Ethan's dream, the next one about it, all connected to Jade. How Jade, I think it's Jade's fault. I think it's in that video. But I give all the dates and everything else in there, and I explain everything about the dates and everything. And everything of those dates all coincide with some type of discovery of electricity or some type of alien or asteroid that crashed in the planet and everything else and all that. So just go take a look at that if you can and everything else. And I can't explain, but I can't do that all for you at this particular time and everything. What else do we got? Right, and a bad guy system. Are you the one's leaving crazy stuff? What's going on, bad guys? Are you the one leaving crazy posts out there, bad guy system? Is that you? I hope not, man. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. But yeah, so yeah, I think that that's what we're dealing with in this situation and everything else. So far, we're gonna have that couple tethered to a tree. That's what the chat's consents doing it. That's what the Don came up with, and the chat agrees with the Don. So that's what we're gonna see tonight. Let's go to the second part of it. What it says. It says, I gotta pull it up so I can see it actually. Boyd struggles with the reality of what's going on to him. So that has to deal with, obviously, that would have to deal with the worms inside of his arm. That has to go to the I think that goes to the worms dealing with his arm and how he would have to come to reality. What else is happening now? Is there something else going on with Boyd? You know, I made the video. Is Boyd going to turn into the monster? And is this the beginning stages that he's going to turn into a monster and everything else? And just like I said, is he going to turn into a monster? Doesn't mean they can't find a cure for him before it happens. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it's going to go all the way through when he turns into a monster, but they could find a cure for him and everything else. You know what I mean? That's it. Yeah, let them know, Luna. The message around got to put them in a box, put them in a box. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. Ty Briggs says, Teflon, I remember when you said one of those dates with the meteorite that landed in France. Coincidentally, Jade said he lived with his grandmother in France. And you are correct. Yes, I did say that one of those dates landed in France. And I did not even catch that connection with Jade living in France with his grandmother. So that is a great get. I wish I knew that before to put it in the video. And everything else. I would have put in the video. I got another video I'm working on too. It's very soon. I put out a bunch of shorts today. I'm gonna try to do that for you too. I'm gonna try to do that. Benjamin is saying I think it's gonna cure his Alzheimer's. He doesn't have Alzheimer's, right? He has Parkinson's. So if that's what you mean, Parkinson's. You know, sometimes I understand people. I think it's Parkinson's, but no, I think that's the spiders. And I said that last season, and I'll say it again, that the spiders are going to cure it because also, if you look in the real world, they use spiders to cure Parkinson's disease, like the venom of fire of everything. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. All right, you're going in the box. I tried to be nice to you. I really did, man. I really did. I tried to. But now you gotta go in the box, bro. 1 second. 1 second. Why do people mess with me, man? Try to come up here and talk some shit. Now you want to just say some craziness, man? Are you crazy, man? And you're going. That is the end of you. That's it. Put them in a box, and that's the end of you, bro. Doesn't make any sense for people to try to try to be on some grown man shit, son. That's all you gotta do, and everything else. But yeah, that's all it would take. But the worms in his arms. Sorry. All right, yeah. So yeah, the worms and everything else, dealing with the worms in his arms and everything else, it has to be something. It has to mean it's significant. What you have to ask yourself when you're dealing with that is was Martin a good guy or a bad guy, right? If Martin is a good guy, you know what I mean, then the worms are gonna help him somehow. If Martin is a bad guy, then the worms are going to change him into something. I've heard people say that somehow the worms are going to give him immortality, and Martin did not look immortal. We don't know exactly how he just looked malnourished. So, when you're a skinny man like that and you've been tortured like that, you know what I mean? And again, when I looked at it reminds me of when you look at pictures from the people in the Holocaust. It looked like that. That's the way they look, skinny like that, skin and bones, like they've been doing that to him. You know what I mean? So that is what it is and stuff like that. You know what I mean? When I deal with when I deal with Martin, what he reminds me. And again, I do believe that this is an experiment. I put it in my videos already and everything else. Didn't look like he was 500 years old. It just looks like he was not eating. He's malnourished, right? So I think that's just the way it goes and everything else with this. It's an experiment, just like they were doing that. As I said, you know what I mean before in my other videos, if you look at this thing, and I put out shorts today. I put out some YouTube shorts. I'm gonna try to drop the shorts for you as much as I can. I'm gonna drop maybe 5, 6 shorts every week of key moments that happen in the episode. I'll drop all those shorts for you. So watch them if you can, if you like them. If you're a YouTube short person, you know what I mean. Do whatever I can do for y'all. And but you could see right in everything else, like in the Tabitha when she's in the cave, she specifically says, she says, where is this water coming from? You know what I mean? That's what she said, Tabitha. We'll go back to Boyd in a second, but she says, where's this water coming from? And then she follows the trail of water out. So wherever the water was coming from, it flows outside, right? That's what it does, but that doesn't explain where it's coming from. It's coming from underneath. And I'm telling you, that's how they're gonna flood the town. They're gonna flood the town. There's pipes and shit underneath the monsters, and they're gonna flood the town, and they're gonna kill everybody. That's why that little girl, when you see her jump out of the cage, her skin is pale white, like she was in a flood, and her hair is soaking wet. That one in the cage. Why is that monster's hair wet? No other monsters that we have seen in this show ever had the slick back do. We ain't seen nobody with the Pat Riley pushback. Ain't nobody we seen ever. You ain't seen nobody with hair permed, right? You see it in the ponytail of the cheerleader. Seen a little bit of that. But you ain't never seen no one with the slick back like that. That little girl shit was slick back. That shit was wet. And her skin was pale white and her nose was broken. Because that's what they do. They flood these motherfuckers out. You know what I mean? They flood them out. They'll flood the town. They'll kill all the monsters. They'll kill everybody when you get too close. And I guarantee they're going to do that this season because there's no reason for her to say that. She specifically said it. Where is this water coming from? But going, he said, where is it coming from? Tabitha's also the person who was willing to dig to find out where the wires were going. This is what she does. You know what I mean? So this is what it is. I'm telling you, they're gonna fly. They're gonna go out there and figure this stuff out. Let me get this super chat real quick from Emily Siegel. And it says, the question is, when is Martin from? You think he could have been the sheriff in the town in the past? I don't know if every town had a sheriff. If they did that, I mean, I don't know if they did. Maybe because Kenny's clothes don't fit him right. Kenny's pants don't fit him. High waters, flood. It's proof. It's more proof there's gonna be a flood in this motherfucker. All right? Kenny's pants ain't fitting him right. That's why he ain't getting that chick. His pants, she's looking at his pants and she's like, come on, son. You need to see Kenny in some regular clothes. Can Kenny get in some regular clothes, God damn it? Because them high waters on that, whoever was the deputy, the shit didn't work. All right, the deputy, if there was a former deputy, he wasn't as tall as Kenny. Yeah, who the fashion designer did that? Made his clothes ill-fitting. You know what I mean? Maybe they did it for that reason. They were like, you can't just have the deputy shit fit this kid like it was meant for him. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You know what I mean? We got to Kenny some regular clothes. He gives him some regular clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then maybe he pull that chick. You know what I'm saying? Maybe pull her. He can pull him in high waters, guys. He almost did though. He would have got her if that chick didn't come back. He would have got her. He had it, but that chick came back, and that was just the end of Kenny. That's just the end of it. How many people want to see Kenny die just so you can say they killed Kenny? Honestly, don't lie to me. You know I love Kenny, man. You know I love him. I love the dude. But I'm just saying, is that what people are waiting for? They killed Kenny. You're waiting to hear it. I wonder if these people who make the show are South Park fans or something like that. Is that what's going to happen to them? I'm just playing with it. I'm playing. I'm just playing with him. Don't not come on the show, homie. I'm just teasing you. You know, Don's teasing you, man. You know, I know Don's teasing. But all right, Kenny is he's gonna chop a tree down. Kenny does. He gets upset. He's like, fucking bitch out of all places, you had to be on this bus right here. that, that's the way Kenny's gonna be. Ain't gonna be no trees left. Ain't gonna be no trees left. Kenny, he's gonna keep dropping down trees, Kenny. That's this guy's gonna be. You motherfucker! Of all buses you had to get stuck on, it had to be you. Wait a day, maybe a day. If he would have had a day, he would have got the end. One more day. It would have been all right. That would have been all right. All right, we're gonna leave Kenny alone for a little while. We're gonna leave Kenny alone, his fans. Alone. We're gonna leave him alone a little bit. We're gonna leave him alone for a little while. Just a little while. Anyway, no, I ain't gonna mention. Listen, the actor who plays him is I heard stand-up comic guy. You know what I mean? So you can't make fun of him too much. He come on here, he's professional making fun of person, and he make he make fun of me and everything else. And Evelyn says another evidence of water flooding. The trees are moving because the ground is inflating, dilating by the water underneath it. You are correct. That could be a situation why the trees are moving. Actually, we did talk about that. We talked about that yesterday when Scott was on here. We talked about the trees moving and everything else. So again, it could be a situation like that and everything else. You know what I mean? Nisha, I'm so late. So no, you're right on time, girl. You're always on time. Always on time. Anytime you show up, you're on time. Never think you're not. TL Foreman, right here, and it says, sup, Tony, great interview with Scott. Looking forward to our chat coming up school. Yes, TL Foreman, without a shadow of doubt. Will somebody please, TL Foreman's my dude right here. He asked me to come on and do an interview with him for his website and everything else. And I'm going to do that. Can someone please put a link to his website in the chat? Can you put the name of your website in the chat so then my mods can find it and put the link to your website in the chat so people can find your website and everything else. You know, I always appreciate anyone who wants to, you know, who's doing what they're doing and doing what they're doing the correct way and everything else, you know, and looking out and everything else. And he's a good member of the fandom and everything else like that. So show this man some love and check out his website and everything, especially when the Don gets up there and does an interview with him and everything else. You know, we're gonna rip it down. Can you do a live watch? Not tonight on this one, but I definitely will soon. Let's go with this is episode 3. 6 through 10, the last 4, I will do it for you. We'll do a live watch the last at 12:01. We'll all come here together and we'll do it from episode 6 to the last 4 episodes. I could definitely do that for you. Can't do it right now, but I definitely can do it. Again, you gotta also look at the business of YouTube, right? And how it is as a business. That people were going to rush these videos. There are people, other reviewers and everything else who have already seen a lot of these episodes and probably have their reviews already done and everything else and just waiting to drop them. First to market does mean something. So people always going to rush their videos. I can't rush. Number one, I didn't see that show, so I can't do that. But I can't rush my video. It takes me time to make them, the editing and everything else. And I try to make it a certain standard just for you people. because I want it to be like that and everything else. So definitely I have to get the video out there. So I'll just let me get through the first half of the season, and then I will do a live watch with you after that. Right here from, thank you so much, from the Faithful Planner. It says, "Boy, time travel is the number in Tabitha's lighthouse dream connected? Are those the years that they can travel to?" So I don't know if those are actually connected and those are the years they could travel. There's no proof that anything like that did happen. I do believe he did time travel into that place because it looked like he went into that place when it was built and he came outside the door when it was abandoned and all rubble. So I do think he went back into time. Was it the exact time that was on that thing? I can't tell you that 100% one way or the other. It could be a possibility. I would not discredit it and say that's not the case. That would be a great gut if you did, if that is the case. But from what I've seen, they haven't given us anything, because could there have been a castle like that built in one of those time periods? Of course. But they would have to give us something specific from that time period and everything else. Like when I gave you the time period that was there of the World Fair that's on there, specifically says World Fair and the time period. And when you look at that World Fair time period, the number one thing about that World Fair was it was about space technology moving into the space and everything else. And I put all that in the video that I did and all that. You can definitely check that out in the one with Victor and Tabitha in the caverns. I did that one. It would have to be something like that. They would have to give you a specific moment in order for you to look up that time. Because a lot of things could happen in that whole year. But quite possibly, you could be right that those could be the time that they travel to. Thank you for the super chat. I truly appreciate it 100%. What? Why are they choosing people? Let's take this question right here. From Rhonda Redhorn. Is that all right? What is that? How do I say this? Redhorn. What are you doing to me? Why? Y'all know him from Queens, New York, right? Y'all know him from Queens, right? And I got an accent here, right? I got a strong accent. There's certain things I can't say. It's not gonna come out right. You gotta tell me how to say. Like I'm just gonna say Rhonda Red. All right. We're gonna leave it at that. All right. Because I don't know how to say that. The second point. I can't say it. Let's just go Rhonda Red. All right. So Rhonda Red is asking, why are they choosing people that are good at certain things like tech, military? They're obviously are going to try to escape. Why don't they pick people who aren't survivalists? Well, listen, that chick who got that chick who got the glass in the eye, she ain't no goddamn survivalist. That porn stash, he ain't no goddamn survivalist. I mean, there's certain people with certain skill sets, but most of the people ain't. Most of the people, especially in county, has the only thing they're built for is fucking. I mean, let me just say it. From what I've seen, I mean, I haven't seen anything that they do it that's special. Like I ain't see no one else in there. This last couple of people had some skills, but the rest of them, what are they doing? Yeah, I mean, Ellis is just an artist. What are you doing? You know what I mean? This is, I mean, Fatima's growing weed and shit. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a goddamn great skill you need. You needed her to keep everyone calm. She just happened to have them seeds in the pocket when she got there. God. You know what I mean? So, I don't see it that everyone else has those things. Only a couple of people, two people from the military, one person with the tech, other guy can't think of his name, his character's name. The other cat that's up in there that Donna punched in the face. He has some, the theories about the pocket dimension and everything else. We don't know, but you know what I mean. From what I've seen, these people ain't survivalists. They was rocking rocking in holes until boy got there. You know what I mean? Living nights out in holes, hoping not to die. You know what I'm saying? So That's just the way it was and stuff with them. So I don't see it that way and everything. Me personally, Ron the Red. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ron the Red. I really appreciate that. And if I was able to say your last name properly, I don't want to butcher it or anything like that. I don't want to butcher that and everything else. One love to you. Strom is saying that something I've wondered was why haven't they tried to see if they can create more talismans? Maybe if they crave the same, that means carve the same symbol into the other rocks of the cave, it might work. So we've seen those symbols down in the monster's cave itself. Right, the same symbol, same F and everything else that they did themselves, that they put on the walls. That's what Victor said. They like to draw on walls too, and they put those symbols on the wall. So it's not the symbols. It's not the symbols. If it's anything, if it's gonna be anything, it's the rock itself. Now, again, you can look at it two ways. They could be from the meteorite. One of those dates was a meteorite that landed in France. Maybe that rock, those symbols, those talismans are made from that meteorite. Could be that. Or that talisman is just looking like a rock, but it's got some type of technology inside of it. Just like the faraway tree. Faraway tree is not a goddamn tree. It's meant to look like a tree, glamored to look like a tree, so it fits in and blends in. But really, it's just a teleportation device, right? Just like this chick behind me right here, right? She can glamour herself to look hot. But we looking at her right now, shorty busted. I'm sorry, girl. Don't try to cancel me because I said shorty busted. I know people take shit too seriously. Don't. I don't want to see it in the comment section saying Tones is hating on these goddamn creatures. She busted, man. You see them teeth? They're like barracuda teeth. You know what I mean? She can't. No, she can't do it. She can't do nothing. She can't do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that is just the way it seems like. I think it's just technology hidden. So there could be some type of microchip or something built into those talismans. Break one open. That's what they need to do. They need to break one. They're scared to break them because they only have a limited amount, right? Break one open and see what's going on with these damn talismans and see what's inside of it. That's what I would say. But I don't know if they can make any more of them and everything else because they seem to be placed inside the wall, specifically right up in there. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is and stuff. Boss is saying, do you think they will try to trap one of the monsters? How hard could it be? I agree. I would have trapped one of these motherfuckers by now. They walk slow. It can't be hard to grab one of these bastards up. I would have been grabbed one of these bastards up. And one of my videos I'm coming up with deals with that. It deals with that whole situation. And I'm not going to give away the video, but it deals with that whole situation. What I think is going to happen this season. That I think will have to happen. They have to do it this season. You know what I mean? But I just think that you're right. You could put a trap, a bear trap, a snare to grab them by a leg, something that you can put them in a room and put talismans outside of it and like the box. Again, I hearken it. Have you ever seen the movie? What is it? The Ghost in the Darkness, I do believe is the name. Great movie. It's Val Kilmer is in it and Michael Douglas. And they go hunting for a lion who's been killing these workers because they're trying to build a train through Africa, and the lion keeps killing all the workers. So they go there to try to hunt the lion. And in one of the scenes, they have a box. It's like in From. And when the lion comes through the front door, the back door blocks him in, and he's trapped inside that box. I think they could do a similar situation like that with the talismans and trap them in there. And then once you have them trapped in there, then it's time, right? Now when your ass is in the box, now see, I wouldn't just put you right in the sun. I would put holes, specific holes in the top of the roof. so that if that sun, so the sun may get you. And I put tiny holes. So there'd be one little section where you're safe. One section. But if you move 1 inch, your ass is getting. We're gonna see what that sun does to you. Because I don't want him to be in the sun fully the whole time, and then he just blows up and disintegrates. I want to see exactly what happens when the sun. Does it burn you a little bit? How long does it take? Right. Then I would do that. Then I would chain him up, and I would chop him into pieces. I would chop his arms off. I would chop him. You have to listen. You got to think of it like a autopsy. You got to give him the Y incision, and you got to look inside and see what's going on. This is what you have to do. You know, and I know it may seem gruesome and everything else. We do it to each other all the time, right? Human beings, this is what you do. When someone dies, they give the Y incision. You get the Y. Listen, we all getting it before it's all said and done, right? One time a year, most likely, all of us is gonna have the Y on our chest. We all getting hit with that Y. That's just the way it goes. That's life, right? That's what we do. So I'd say you got to do it to these cats. You got to figure out what's going on. That's the only way you're gonna kill them, man. That's the only way you're gonna know how to kill them. You got to see if there's blood. Is there blood pumping through those veins? Those veins is thick. Look at this shorty's varicose veins. Those veins, those are some motherfuckers. Ain't no lasers can remove those shits. Ain't no laser treatment can remove them shits. Them is some varicose ass veins. Terrible. Terrible, girl. Terrible. And they're all over. I bet you they go. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. All right, we're gonna go for another half an hour. I'm gonna be out of here 10 p.m. And we'll go for another half an hour and everything else because show will be starting soon. Y'all get out there. Do you think today's episodes the monster represent the same symbol exactly like the talisman, tethering two people in the middle of the? Did we just not say this? Evelyn, you just got here? You've been here, bro. You've been here. Oh, all right. I'm sorry. You're saying something different. So you are saying something different. And what you're saying is very smart. Let me back up a little bit and then let me think about this, what you're saying. So do you think that the monsters will represent the same symbol like the talisman, tethering two people in the middle? We do see that in the talisman. You're correct that it looks like two people on both sides. Could they tether their body parts together to make them look like? That's a possibility. That's a good possibility too. 100% good possibility that could happen. I gotta give you props for that. It could happen. Now this would be like some human centipede shit. Who's seen that movie? Whoa. Why'd you make me think of that movie? Why'd you do that to me? God damn it, man. I had that all blocked out of my psyche and shit. Why you do that to me? Damn, why you make me think of the Human Centipede movie? I don't want to think about that ever again for the rest of my life. Oh my God. That movie was terrible. Micah Lee wants to come on. All right, you want to come on for a little bit? Micah Lee? I'll let you come on for a little bit. Hit me up privately and I'll put you a link. You're the only one who asked to come on. So yeah, you come on for a little bit. I'll give you a shot to come on. You ready? Come on. Let me know and everything else. Oh, the Human Centipede. There's only one movie worse than a Human Centipede. One thing worse than that. Mika. I said Micah again. Jesus Christ. Mika. I'm so sorry. It's only one movie worse than that, and y'all know exactly what it is. Who can get it right now? What movie am I thinking of that is worse than the Human Centipede? Hey, listen, not Human Centipede 2. It's a movie. If you can guess what I'm thinking of, then I will send you a thug mug. I'll buy it for you and send it to you. If you live in the United States, can't send it overseas. All right. You let me know right now. What movie am I thinking of that's worse than Human Centipede? Think about Human Centipede and think about it. You know what I'm thinking. You know what it is. God damn it. And there it is. there it is. That is it. That was the worst movie ever. nothing, nothing as bad as that movie. I remember Big Daddy P. 1980 hit me up privately, and I will send that out to you. Hit me up private, and I'll give me an address and all that, and I'll get that shit right to you. Yes, it is a movie. God damn it! That's exactly what I was thinking. 100%. Those are things you don't want to think about. All right, let's see if we can get Mika in here. let's get the link going here. Let's see. Get her in here to say what up to. Oh yeah, real quick. That. All right. Then go. Drop the link and everything else. Yeah, Fernandez, see, that's a scene. It's not enough. You knew what I was talking about, man. Listen, he knew what I was talking about, God damn it. All right. I'm not gonna talk about that. We're done with that shit. All right. Pause. That was no pun intended there. God damn. No, that was not intended on that motherfucker. That just happened to come up. Let's go back to what we said. Listen, stop putting crazy things in the chat. I've never even heard of these other things y'all are putting in there, and I'm not looking them up either. You can forget it. You can forget it. I never want to know. All right, back to the story at hand. And KP, my brother's up in this piece. You haven't watched From yet, bro? You gotta watch it, son. You gotta get up in there. For real, for real. Now I wouldn't tell you that if that wasn't the case, bro. But you need to get up on this show, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's a great show. You're gonna love it, you know what I mean? Without a shadow of a doubt. Again, you know what I mean? Super Tech KP. Nah, you gotta watch that, brother. I'm telling you, watch it, bro. You know, I put a lot of people onto this show, and that's the bottom line. That's the truth. You know what I mean? I've led the hype train for this show and everything else and all that stuff. So it is what it is. I'm telling you, I wouldn't tell you anything else. I'm telling you, Wolf Spear, you watched it too, goddammit. You watched it too. Oh, the peer pressure. Yeah, bro. I'm giving you the peer pressure. Go watch the show, man. Go watch season. Listen, go watch the first episode of season 1 and tell me that you didn't watch 6 of them in a row. Right? Tell me if that's what it is and everything else. Betrayed King says, nice interview with McCord the other day. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Now, it was a great time rocking with that cat. As I said, that's my boy, man. We cool peoples now, man. That's just what it is. That's my man right there, 50 grand. I'm telling you, we're gonna go out, me and this cat. We're gonna go out to get some lunch and something like that. We're gonna chop it up, man. I'm telling you. We cool like that. I got that feeling to know when I'm cool with somebody. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is and everything else. That's the way I see it. All right, let's go. Let's go on. They have Sarah Trap. Who has Sarah Trap? I mean, it like that. That's what they say, right? They say that dealing with what Martin said. That's how they get you. You go in the tree and everything else, and that's how they trap you and stuff like that. So it's a possibility. But from what we've seen in the preview trailer, and they showed Sarah, she wasn't trapped. She was in town. You know what I mean? So I think she's got to be in town. And if she's in town, there's only one place she can be in town. That is in church, in the basement. That's the only place people don't go, it seems like. So if that's the case, she's in the church in the basement. It's this chilling up in there. That's where I think she is. Yeah, TV, the athlete who plays Victor School is fun. He is. That motherfucker ain't talented too. You know what I mean? Go take a look at listen to his music and everything else. He's nice with it. And he's a writer. He's writing plays and stuff like that and all that good stuff. So yeah, he's good. You know what I mean? I got a couple of things written too, man. I'm a writer too, man. I got a movie, a screenplay I'm working on right now. I just got a chance to be writing everything, but I really got to chop. When Scrum is over, I will definitely chop it up and get everything else like that. And look at Red Lipstick Club podcast has just gifted 5 memberships for 5 people here. 5 people are now going to be members of Teflon TV thanks to Red Lipstick Club. Thank you so much for doing that. I truly appreciate that. And everyone who's who becomes a member there. I don't know how that actually works. When you do the gift, it's just someone whoever wants it just grabs it and everything else. But it is what it is. That's great that you did it. So shout out to Red Lipstick Club and to our new 5 members that should be popping up. We got Zelda in the building. And she was gifted a membership by Red Lipstick Club and everything else. Soldier packages. So let's look at. We got Detroit. Daryl DJP is now a member. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that for taking and polyester jumper is now a member. Thanks to Anna. Thank you so much. Coco wants to know, how do you gift? How do you the membership? She wants to know. Robert Gurney has now become a member thanks to Red Lipstick Club. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. 100%. This whole thing. If you be and Salford Born 75 is now a member. If we get more members, the more members I have, the more emojis I can make. I'll make the whole cast, but I can't make the cast without memberships. And Zelda Michelle is now a member. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? For all that good stuff. Trez Coleman says, I was a member a few weeks ago. Which one? Thank you, Trez Coleman. Trez. Thank you for becoming a member, bro. I truly appreciate it. Maybe it slipped. Or maybe we were busy on the stream and I didn't get a chance to see it. But thank you. I try to shout out anyone who becomes a member immediately and everything else and all that stuff. Tony, any comments on the rope? I just put it in my video of what I thought about the rope. There's only 2 possibilities. The guy either has some type of telekinesis ability that he can move objects with his mind, or somebody else was in the room and they dropped the rope down. That's all it could be. You know what I mean? It can't be anything else than that. And I would go down to the latter, that it was that someone else was in the room, because someone killed his ass. And I'm telling you, we're dealing with 4th dimensional beings. That's what it is, that people are in the 4th dimension, and that's how they can affect things. That's how they're able to knock the house down and no one see it. That's how they were able to kill Martin. He said when the music stops, they'll be back. The music stopped. That means they came back. And when they came back, they killed him. You hear him just moan, oh, and he's dead. Someone killed him. They killed him. And you can't, that's the way it would be if you're in the 4th dimension. They could just squeeze your body. And you wouldn't, there'd be nothing you could do. You just wouldn't know. You would just feel the pain. But you would have no idea. You couldn't see them actually doing the squeezing. That's what it is, dealing with the 4th dimension. So we're dealing with 4th dimensional beings, people. I'm telling you, there's people in the 4th dimension that are doing this whole situation. Guaranteed. I guarantee it. I'm telling you, you're dealing with aliens and all this other stuff and all that good stuff. I guarantee it, man. People ask me, where is the co-host? Which one, LMR or Phil? Co-host are you talking about? I think Phil has a gig. Phil's in the band, you know what I mean? So he has gigs and stuff that he has to do. LMR is works a lot, so you can't just do it and everything else and all that. She can't just jump on when she can. She only can jump on when she can, and that's just what it is. So we put the link out to Shorty Mika, who wanted to jump on, but she has not jumped on yet. But it don't matter. We are only she just said, she said 10 minutes should be on. Oh, we got 10 minutes. All right, give me 1 second. 1 second. Oh God. Legs. I'm back. Oh my God. You have no idea. I do. I should have muted this when I did this. I'm sorry. Uh really? Are you serious right now? I when I work out, I had to do a workout today. I had to do legs. Today was legs day. And I do 100 squats, bro. Like my workouts when I do it, you know what I mean? It's like I do 10 sets of 10 of everything. I have five exercises that I do, and I do 10 sets of 10. That's today's workout. And then the day after that, I'll do a 5. And then I'll do 10 workouts, 5 sets of 5. And today is the killer workout because it's 10 sets of 100 squats. And my legs are on fire so bad. You have no idea. It hurts so bad. My legs are nuts. All right. Let's take this question up here right now. Is Phil doing a show right now? No, I don't think he's doing the show. I don't think he's doing that. Well, he said Teflon. Teflon, you said get Joe Dirty Locks to co-host. Wait, never mind. What are you talking about? That's Phil's co-host. Joe Dirty Locks. This is for. I mean, we could all do it together. I'm sure probably we'll do something together, something like that. But that's Phil's dude. That's Phil's guy. Like I said, Phil's dude is him and Joe Dirty Locks. That's their team. Phil's on my team when it comes to doing, the Usual Suspects podcast, and now I'm doing the Escaping From and everything else and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? You don't have to sign up for it. You don't have to sign up for anything. All right, you just click it. Yeah, you don't have to sign up for nothing. All you gotta do is just click the link, and it should just bring you right on. So you don't sign up for anything. Don't do that. It makes no sense to do that. And make $10 a main character dies. I got you on that bet, boss. All right, we want to take that bet. $10 a main character dies next episode. 100%. 100%. They're not going to kill a main character this early. $10 it is. All right, everyone's seeing it right now. Right now, yeah, you shouldn't have to create nothing. Just click on the link that it shows, and it'll just come on. It should just come on. All right, boss, right here. Everyone's seeing right here, boss. $10, American dollars. We're dealing with too, right? $10 here. It won't. I guarantee you, it will not be killing the main character this early in the season. Third episode? No way. It's impossible. No, impossible. In fact, yeah, in the $10 next week, next episode, Sunday night it'll be tomorrow night when I win. You can just give 10 memberships. How about that? We all see boss. Let's keep them honest. Let's keep them honest here. Keep them honest. And I know that's not even the case with that link. Because I can just touch it right now and see it. Huh. Why'd you have to do that? Let me see. Let me see something. Right, so it did work that way. Take the link. All you gotta do is take the link, and when you get the link, copy the link and put it inside of your Chrome browser, and it'll pop right up. That's all you gotta do. All right. If you want to come in there, Kelly Johnson. Thank you, Kelly. We ain't seen you in a while. I'm T from Cool, but we're gonna do some got stuff. When we get some news to do some got stuff, we'll do it right now. You know what I mean? Right now, we doing From right now, and I appreciate. Why don't you watch From and join us, bro? You would like that, man. You know what I mean? Definitely would like it. Give it a shot and everything. And that's what it is. But as I was saying, yeah, Phil and Joe, that's their team. But me and Elamar is my partner. That's the Lady in the Dime podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Bridgeford and Phil are my partners when doing the usual suspects. And Phil is a part of this, the Escaping From podcast is me and Phil's thing and everything else. But this like Joe Dirty Locks is Phil's partner. That's his dude. That's his partner. It's like LMR is my partner. He comes over here and does some stuff. I come over there and everything else. But you know what I mean? He would have did some stuff with Joe. If Joe wanted to cover the show, they would have did their own thing on it too and everything else. But that's just what it is and everything else, you know, and all that good stuff. All right, Mika, you got a little bit. You got 20 minutes. And I gotta bounce. It's gonna be a long night for me. Ken John said, From has the black dude. They clowned him. I don't know if they clowned him. He does. He is. Yes, it is. It is him. He was also in Oz. He's also in the Matrix. You know what I found out too? I'm gonna look into it now. I gotta look into it and everything else. But he's friends with Harold. Is friends on Facebook with someone that I'm really close with. You know what I mean? He's friends with my friend, someone I grew up with. I'm like, I'd seen his Facebook thing, and it says we got one friend in common, and it's a dude that's my man, 50 grand. So I'm actually gonna reach out to this dude and find out exactly how he knows Harold and everything else, and try to figure out everything else and see if like he cool with Harold. Because if that's the case, then Harold's coming on because he's gonna have to do it for my boy. Because we got a mutual friend, and I'm gonna press him like, yo, you need to talk to Harold and tell him he's got to jump on Escaping From podcast with the Don, Tony Teflon, and Phil Issues do. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. But he's good. I looked at his Facebook thing, and we got one friend in common, and it's his friend is my boy, uh let's go through. He said he got punked and killed off in law. I don't know if I would consider that. I just think that he got killed off and everything else and all that. I'm not a lost fanatic and everything. Be the one to do that and everything else and all that stuff. I do. What does Eldrin shirt mean? I do know what it means too. I do know what it means. I do. I figured that out by what was it? What was the bird that? What is the bird that's on it? What kind of bird is on that? I figured it out. I did figure it out, but I need to know exactly what bird is. I'll look it up real quick. Uh, what is the bird that's on his shirt? No, it's not. It's not a raven. It's a something. It's not a raven. It's not a crow. It's a blah something. Uh, because it has. If you look at it, it's something else. Ah, man, I googled it. Let me see. I'm gonna have to go through my thing, my history real quick. Red-winged blackbird, is he saying? Is that what it is? Let me see. Yes, that's exactly what it is. A red-winged blackbird. Uh yeah, so you look up red-winged blackbird, it says this. What a sighting means. It says red-winged blackbirds are an important and meaningful symbol in many cultures and faith and traditions. For the most part, seeing a red-winged blackbird is good luck. They symbolize protection and prosperity. So I think that it means that he's going to protect somebody, right? And prosperity. Now, who needs the most protection in that place? And Luna, thank you for becoming a member. I would have already thought you were one. When I break it down, I look at it, he's going to be protecting somebody, prosperity, right? He has seizures, right? So I would say if you look at people who needs protection in that place, you know what I mean? I would say that it's a good chance that he's going to protect Sarah. Ethan doesn't need protection. He has his family protected, but she has nobody. So I think that he's going to protect her. I think that's what he's there for. They have that in common, that they both have divisions. He has protection. That's what it means. So I think that he's going to protect her. That's my thing. That I think that's going to happen there. That he's going to protect her. He's going to protect her. Somehow he's going to run into her and protect her. That's my theory on the whole situation with the Blackbird. Actually was going to do a video on it and everything else, but that's what it means. That's what I think. It symbolizes protection. Only one who's going to need protection in there is going to be her. He has something in common with her and everything else. So that's why I would think it would be him and everything else. And let me tell you, I see some people in here, not y'all in here, but people in the Facebook group, putting out theories that I put out there and saying they made it up. It's fine to agree with a brother, but if you see someone doing that, tell them that, to give some credit where it's due. Say, yo, Tony Teflon, we see the Don say that, bro. Shout the guy out. You know what I mean? That and see what it is and stuff like that. Oh, wait, that was me. I, I, I hit myself on the screen real quick. I'm trying to delete the background stuff. All right, and everything else and all that good stuff. Dr. Deb says, "Happy to catch you live. Unfortunately, late as I wasn't notified. Do you plan to do this every Saturday night or just ad lib when you can?" All right, so Dr. Deb, I would say that if you subscribe to the channel and you hit the notifications bell and you put all notifications, it will alert you every time that I do go live. So you have to put all notifications on there and everything else. After that, I will be here every Saturday. I will do this every Saturday. The Victor thing, we couldn't work it out for a Sunday. That should be on a Sunday. He should have been on it. We couldn't work that out. So we had to do that on a Friday. So that's why we have back-to-back streams like that. So normally the Victor thing wouldn't happen. That would be a Sunday stream. So yes, I'll be here every Saturday. But if you are subscribed to the channel, and please do, make sure when you do and you hit that notifications bell, you have to put all notifications or they will not give you all notifications. You have to do that. So there will be a lot of impromptu streams. That's just how I do it. You know what I mean? So just definitely, you know what I mean? Definitely do that when you can and everything else. Make sure you hit that. Yeah, you're right, Lauren. There are so many people jumping on the bandwagon, but as I said, it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, it's good for the show, it's not good for me. as a creator. Obviously, you want to be the creator, but it's great for the show. And in the end, it's about the show. I have my fan base. I'm gonna keep doing videos. I'm gonna keep doing everything out there, and I'm gonna keep trying to put out what I can put out there. You know what I mean? And if other people come, then join the party, then they do. That's just the way it is. It's like working out when you go to the gym, right? You can't go in the gym and say, "Damn, I wish I was the only person here working out. I wish I was the." Everyone has the right to work out. Not always going to be the biggest dude in the gym. You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes. One second. She is having problems getting it and everything else. Oh, listen, the Brian say was sticking with me. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna. So before we'll talk a little YouTube business and everything else. People are starting to cover the show because they think they can make money on it, and that's it. And the more views you can get, the more money you can make. Obviously, it's a business, and I will never hate on break on anyone. Anyone trying to make money, trying to do something for your pockets. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes. One love for anyone trying to do something like that. In the end, when it comes down to it, though, I covered this show making no money on it. I covered this show because I actually loved the show. I covered this show because I thought this was a great show. Other people are just doing it for profits. A lot of these channels, not all of them, but a lot of channels, bigger channels, have people that write their scripts for them, that edit their videos for them, that do all these things. And they're just there just to make profit. They don't give a goddamn about the show. Not one second. I actually love the show. I actually love it. I'm actually now I feel like I'm friends with Scott. I'm friends with some of the and Elizabeth, Liz, who likes to be called. I'm friends with some of the cast members of the show. Like I love it. You know what I mean? And that's what so I put my heart and soul into this. Other people who are in the bigger channels, I'm saying specifically, they're just in it for the money, just to make the money to get the views in it on to the next video, on to the next video, whatever it's about. And that's just the truth. So anyone who sticks with me, I truly appreciate you sticking with me because I'm just like you. And I'm in the Facebook groups. I'm just like you. I'm one of y'all. I just happen to be the guy on the screen. And that's it. But it'd be no different than one of y'all doing this and everything else. So I appreciate you rocking with me and everything else. She's having technical issues, Mika, getting on here. And so I'm gonna stay for a little bit longer and see if she can figure it out. It's all you have to do, and I text this to you. So is just copy the link and put it in the browser, and it usually just goes like that. So that is the way it usually goes. Let's go through this. I saw some other covers started covering from, and I heard them say, "I know we stopped halfway through last season, but we're back." Yeah, because they weren't getting no goddamn views. Because they didn't do it because they loved it. They stopped because they weren't getting no fucking views on it, and they didn't think it. Now they think. I heard someone else put up there. Oh, we're covering this show because we don't see any other channels covering this show, so we thought we'd do it. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. You see, if you seen it, if you Google, you know who it is. It's me. So no, they just see an opportunity to strike in the market, and I'm not telling you that they're not right for doing it and everything else. You know what I mean? Season three for from they're not filming it right now, guaranteed they're not because Scott's home in Brooklyn right now. We just did the interview, so they're not doing that at all. The new episode is at 12:01 p.m. 12:01 p.m. is when the new episode drops. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here. Get 5 minutes and I'm out. 5 minutes and let me get up out of here. Let y'all get ready for the show and everything else and all that good stuff. Did anyone cover Outer Range? You know who covered Outer Range? Your boy right here covered outer range. Oh, cover other. I think you mean outer range, so other range. That's what you mean. Then yes, I covered outer range. I covered. I did every episode of outer range. You can go check those videos out. I like that show too. I can only do shows that I like. I can't do shows just for views. You know what I mean? It's just not who I am. I can only cover shows that I like, and that's it. And it has to be a certain thing and everything else. You know what I mean? But I covered Outer Range. You can check my videos out. I predicted just about everything that would happen. I'm very good at this prediction shit, man. I'm telling you, I have a knack for it. You can go check out Outer Range. I predict from episode 1. I also did the Peripheral. I did that. I did that show and predicted that stuff in that one. I had to stop doing that because there was I had a death that happened, so it prevented me from finishing that one out. I would have finished that one out. I love that show and everything else. I love all these shows. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. You know what I mean? So it is. I love these shows. I love covering them, and I only cover shows I like. I mean, if I don't like it, I can't cover it. Yellow Jackets, I would love to cover it. I would love to cover it. I watch it. I would love to do it. I would love to cover it. But it coincides with From, and I can only do one. And From gets depressing because this is my favorite show on all television right now. So, and listen, I love House of the Dragon. I came into this game doing Game of Thrones, you know what I mean? Stuff. I'm the longest running Game of Thrones YouTube channel on all of YouTube. Period. Period. No doubt about it. You know what I mean? That's facts. You know what I mean? But I don't love it like I love From. From is what I love. You know what I mean? And everything. I still love Game of Thrones, and I love the community, and I love the people, certain people, a lot in the community, and everything. But that is all right. So Micah has joined. I see her there real quick. We're gonna throw her on here real quick, and then we're gonna get up out of here after that. When are we gonna have when are we gonna have another after dark? Talk to Anna about that. Don't be talking to me about that. Talk to Anna. Anna's the one who does who gets that. All right, Kelly. Let's bring Kelly on real quick. Kelly, what's going on?
Hey,
How are you?
nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. You don't have to use the big background.
Turn it down, please. I'm sorry it took me so long to join on. Nice to meet you.
I can hear myself in the back. You got to turn
that better?
Yeah, that's much better. What's going on, Shorty? How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be on the show.
Well, I'm happy to have you on the show. I'm sorry that it took you so long to get on the show. I'm telling you, it's really just a copy and paste thing. Usually that's all you got to copy that link, paste it in the browser, and you go right on. I don't know why you had so much problem. Sorry that you did.
That's all right. It made me open a create a profile and stuff like that. So
all right, where are you calling out of? Now you're sideways. I see. All right, now you're back. You're back to normal.
I'm in Key Largo.
Key Largo. All right, that is what it is. There you go. Let's get your whole face. You're beautiful. We want to see.
I'm trying. I don't know why it won't work.
There you go. Right there. Just stay like that. There
cool.
You go. All right. It's great.
What am I doing wrong?
Are you moving around or are you standing still?
I'm just. There we go.
All right, there you go. It seemed like you were doing circles and stuff and everything. Fernandez T said he loves your hat, number one. That's what he says. USA number one. He loves your hat and everything else. But all right. And thank you for making your debut on Teflon TV. Thank you for jumping on here with me. I truly appreciate it.
I am honored. I am so excited. Thank you.
What are you looking forward to in this episode of From?
I am looking forward to seeing how Victor gets mad when his room's been trashed by Jade and see the confrontation between those two. Also, I'm looking forward to, the Matthews family reuniting after everything they've been through. And I love them. They're my favorite.
Right. Yeah. And I asked him that. I specifically said it to him in the interview. I told Scott, I was like, look, Victor ain't no punk. And he was like, you're right. And probably people don't think of him like that, but Victor's not a punk. He's probably the biggest dude in the show, number one. He's got the hammer inside the lunchbox, right? So he's not going to take kindly to people just searching his room. He's not just going to back down from that. He's definitely going to
No.
put on it. So they're gonna have to figure it out. And if I had to put money on it, if they were scrapping, I put money on Victor to bust his ass.
Heck yeah, he's got all this built up, inside craziness from all these years. Like, I think he would really tear it up with Jade.
Yeah, no, I would put my money on Victor to bust Jay's ass. Jay don't look like he looks like one of these, these tech guys who had never been in the scrap in his life. You know what I'm saying? So nah. And like I said, Victor, we talked about it, we talked about this during the interview. Please watch the interview if you can. But Victor's whole life has been spent in this place. He knows nothing else about this place. He thinks it's natural for these monsters to be out there and everything else. He has no other thoughts of a regular life outside of that. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So no, I would definitely go there. As for the Matthews family being reunited, who is your favorite Matthews family member?
Jim. I think he's gorgeous. He looks like Pearl Jam. He looks like the guy from Pearl Jam.
I don't know Pearl Jam.
Eddie Vedder, yes, his name.
Eddie Vedder is who he looks like. Eddie Vedder. All right, so we're gonna have to, if we get Jim on, I'm going to have to bring out a picture of Eddie Vedder, and I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him straight up that you know what I mean, that Jim looks like that. If he's ever been told that before, he looks like Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, he really does. I thought it was him at first. Hey, Tony, who's your favorite character on From?
I would say Jade is my favorite character out of them all. I would say Jade, but I like the other guy. This was Colin. I like him because he seems like he's a little more rough around the edges. Like like to me, like I said, if I was in this town, you would have me scared for about the first day or two. But after I seen some people die, then I would have been to where Fatima is at right now. Like, yo, fuck you. I would have been like that, not in a year. It would have took me a week to get there, to the point where I'm ready to bust some ass. And I think this guy could be that type of dude who's ready to bust some ass. So I'd probably be rolling with him. Like, we'd be rolling together. Now, I'd be the boss and he'd be my soldier. But that's just the way it would go. I'd be John Gotti and he'd be Sammy the Bull. You know what I mean? That's the way it would be with us.
You know what drives me crazy the most about the show is the food. Like, nobody's ever hungry. I'm always hungry, and how do they have enough food to make a big old stack of pancakes and syrup and, I don't understand. Like, that's the part that drives me crazy is the food.
Yeah, that's why I think that the food actually, it could be tainted with stuff. It could be tainted with things inside of it, especially the tea and everything else that makes people hallucinate, that makes people see everything else that they want to see and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's what I think it possibly could be, dealing with the food and all that. I think it could be that, and I would think they would have to deal with. They might have to deal. There's a lot of new people here. How much food these motherfuckers eating?
I know.
Did they bring on that bus? Did they bring crackers? What do they have on them? How are they going to feed all these people? It's going to be a dilemma that they got to deal with.
At least the peaches dilemma question was solved. We're wondering where all his peaches came from, and then we found out.
It's great that we did. So people don't know where the peaches came. The peach truck is where he keeps that stash where they all went in. There was the peach truck, so we have to assume that whole truck was full with peaches and may have broke down there, and that's when he's eating all his peaches and stuff there.
Hey, wouldn't it be awesome?
I like fruit cocktail better when I was a kid.
Me too, with the cherry.
Yeah, I fucked with that fruit cocktail more than the peaches.
Yeah, the one with the very cherry. Hey, they should have you as guest bartender on the show.
I would
since
be
you're
the guest
down with the whole cast. That'd be cool.
I would love to be the guest, but I would just like to do the after show for them. They should just let me just have a whole after show gig. Give me that gig. But if I'm going to be on the show, actually, I would be the guest bartender. As I said, I would live in the town, but I would hang out at Colin's house. That's the way it would be and everything else.
Yeah, I'd open a nail shop.
That's the way I would get down. But I got to get up out of here.
Okay.
I wish you would have came on earlier. I'll have you on again. I promise you, when I have more time,
Okay. I
I'll
had
do it
fun.
again.
Thank you.
Now, again, we're gonna have a thing during the theory stream on Wednesday where we allow people to come on, and we'll have you on again. You know what I mean? I promise you, and everything
Okay,
else, and
cool.
make you in and all that. So, and I'm sorry that it took you so long to try to get it going on. Everyone loves your hat and all that good stuff and all
I
that.
got
You know,
another one.
so
Just can't get on again. Hold on.
no,
What am I
we'll
doing
get you on.
wrong?
I promise you, we'll get you on again. All right, to everybody in the chat, thank you for joining me.
Good
I hope
night.
you watch my video and everything else. I'll be dropping the video as soon as I can as the episode. Enjoy the episode. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up the video, spread this across the realm, and of course, subscribe. And
Good
people say,
night.
such a beautiful lady. Look at that. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace